Just now starting the recording. I wanted to let you know. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
No, I'm sorry. You said just recently things were.
Recently, things got kind of dark, shall we
Yeah.
say negative energy,
Yeah.
dark.
I understand.
But I'll just say it got like 3 to 4 times worse. And I'm just hoping things work out for that.
Things will be fine as soon as I can get the hell out of here. Even Lily on the other side, she's messed up. It's like just go ahead and suffer. Let everyone else can still suffer until you get out, and then we'll change everything. And I'm like, no, I need to get out of here now so I can start changing things. And she's like, you're talking about waiting a small amount of time when when we've been having lives for over 2.8 quadrillion Earth years. And I'm like,
Mhm.
you don't get it. The last couple 100,000 lives that I've had, before I go into a body that have a life, I'd take her and I'd hide her. I'd put her to sleep, put her in make a dimension, put her in it, and then just let her be peaceful there, protected until I get out of the body. Nothing can find her. Nothing could get to her if they could find her. I had to do that because we've all been beat up so much, so hard, so many lives.
Yeah.
The last life you had before this was an easier one. That was your break. That was your 15-minute break. Now it's time to go back to the assembly line where you have to box punching bags, but they punch you while you're trying to box them. I mean, it's pathetic. It's disgusting. But on the other side, most everyone is sick. What I mean by that, and when we get out of a body, we fall into that routine because if ever since you were a child growing up in your family with mom and dad, and it was a thing where you get together every lunch, everybody sit at the table, smile at each other, and then someone taps the table hard. The father taps the table hard, and everybody starts throwing silverware at each other. And then he taps the table twice, and then you just all of a sudden you're happy family eating. And then he taps the table once again, and then everyone goes back to it throwing. I mean, if
Whew.
you live like that, if you're raised like that, then
Yeah.
it becomes the norm. And all this time, ever since creation, ever since this thing with having life started, and it was Lily and me. So I know since the very beginning, it's been like that screwed up. So as everything else came into the theater of having lives, everything started coming to physical bodies in the third dimension. They go through that crap. They come out, and when the original ones, male and female, went by you on the other side when we're spirit, you have to put out the same. When you bow, if you bow to someone, you create certain frequencies. You had to put those out.
Submission,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Submission and compliance and just worship in a form of
Yeah.
worship, I would say.
They were lonely. They freaked out. They got all freaked out because it was the only thing. So it split itself into two parts, male and female. So it never wanted anything. It never wanted to ever be lonely again. Period. So when Spirit came out, when they created Spirit, they fixed it so it had to go split into male and female. That way they could assure themselves they'd never be going crazy again. And they were 27.5% lower frequencies. They're not, most everyone is 17%. The vast majority of people are 17% lower frequency soul, which is great.
Mhm.
That's clean and it's good. So they
Mhm.
weren't so nice to begin with. And then just to continually beating everything up to make sure they would never be alone again. But that quickly changed to where we want praise. I mean, these people aren't just growing and they have fear and they're growing, but now they're praying to us. We're really important.
Yeah,
And
exaltation.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the cancer, it just grew. And so everyone on the other side is really kind of stupid like that. So
yeah,
when I get out of here, I'll fix it. Um, but um, it's so frustrating and to be stuck here. You know,
yeah. I know. I mean, what can you?
um, it stays on Skype. It just stays on Skype for 30 days. So you download it if you want. I download everything just to have it on file, but it's never gone anywhere except for people who said I want to put it on there. I'm like, okay. Uh,
Oh, that's. I mean, you can. You can put this on.
But I want to appreciate you putting some of the other videos up there. I've been trying so hard just to
Mhm.
get people to see who they are. You know, you do it too. You're trying to get people to wake up, but it's like no matter how you look at something, start using your abilities to look. You
Mhm.
know, when you look at someone and you feel their heart, you got strong heart energy. You feel them. You feel what they're saying. You're using your heart. At night when you're sleeping, you astral project. You actually with your image. I mean, everyone's always using their ability, but they don't know it. But when they know it and they start focusing on that, concentrating on them, the next thing you know, they get stronger.
Mhm.
So it's all I want to do is start building. I'm tired of using this hammer, killing on the other side. But it's like, you know, it wouldn't, it wouldn't stop. They wouldn't leave me alone.
Well, they're not the types to do that. It's like a demonic
Yeah,
force. They just keep poking at you and
yeah.
annoying the crap out of you. And then before you know it, you just strike back, and you strike back in a bad way or something that's not acceptable, and you wind up in trouble. So
Oh,
that's why I try not to let anything get to me anymore, Jay. Just to tell
yeah.
you,
That reminds.
oh boy.
Um, uh, some I'll say things and I get a basic thought out there and I let it go because I'm all over the place, seeing things all the time. It's so hard for me to connect on something. In one sentence I can say two or three different things that people can't relate to. So I take each one of them and I try to expound on it until I can understand what I'm trying to say, and I just get lost. But when I was talking about Jason Womble, um,
Oh yeah, Jay.
what it is with him,
It's
his
it's not
have
it's not
had,
Jason. It's
yeah,
his name.
there's no place for his issues. He's fine.
Uh
I'm
huh.
looking at him right now. He's fine over there. And when I get home, I'm going to take care of him.
Yeah, I mean that's so sad though. It's such a
It is,
tragedy. I felt so
it
bad
is
about
sad.
that.
When I looked at what happened, and it happened right when I was supposed to be leaving, and I was like, what happened? And I looked, I saw Lilith, who was mad, and she's huge. And she literally sent two imps over there. One that was 27, and I can't remember if the other one was 17 or 37. I forget. But the one of them was controlling the other, besides doing some stuff himself, and they drove him nuts.
You're talking about the
Jason,
little people like this, the little
yeah, oh,
ones. I
they're
talked to one of them a long time ago when I was young in the church,
yeah,
and she pissed me off. I was trying to. She masqueraded as the devil. She
yeah,
had like that villain called Venom.
yeah,
Venom. It's all black with the teeth. She put that mask on, and then eventually she let it go. And when I saw her, I was like, "What is this?" I didn't. I was under the religion. So
yeah,
to me, that was kind of weird. That all of a sudden the devil turns into this little, like a little gnomey kind of thing,
yeah.
real cute. I mean, most cutest little thing I ever seen in my life.
About
Serious,
two
all freckles everywhere.
tall. I'm seeing her about 2.5 foot tall.
2.5, yeah, yeah, she's small. And I got mad at her. I told her to kiss my ass, and then next day I got Montezuma's revenge. For real. And I was real bad too. And I was like, that had to be her. I mean, there's no reason for that.
I've seen them from 6
Mm.
inches to about 2.5 foot, but
Uh,
she showed herself as larger than normal size to try to be more aggressive, make a more aggressive imprint on you.
yeah, well, she was role playing
Oh,
the devil. I don't blame her for that part, but still, it was kind of freaky for a young kid, you
yeah.
know.
If people could just see what I see, and they see the original first being doing good things, when they do something that's good for you, which is almost never, or when they used to be alive, back before May 23rd, 2013, when they would actually make sure something got done for you that was nice, then that's their God image. But when all the other stuff they did to screw with you and ruin your life, break you, kill your pets, wreck
Oh,
your car, you know,
yeah.
when they do stuff like that, then they say, "Oh, it wasn't us. It wasn't not God. It was the devil." It's
Yeah.
the first being halves. You know,
Yeah.
it they kept lying. She lied. Every word was a lie. And I'm like,
Well, they need to stay in their. I learned that people like that, they need to stay in their illusion, and
yeah,
they'll do whatever it takes to stay in that. It's a self-creating, a self-imposed prison
they,
based on fear.
they wanted
And
control. They wanted control. That's all they wanted. I'll never forget that. It took two big fights to kill her.
yeah, can you
You know?
imagine being the only being in the universe? I mean,
Oh, I know that.
that is crazy right there in itself.
I felt so bad, and I've talked to them about it. You know, and I tried to tell them you can't keep abusing these bodies. They are beings in their own right, even though they need spirit inside, like a battery to run. They're still a form of creation. You don't have the right to do this to them. I mean, I was trying to break it down to the most simplest thing is, oh yeah, we do. We just do what we want. They're not.
They got used to it by then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's been so long. I mean, I tell them that over
shoot.
and over again through all these lives so long. But as soon as I get out of here, he's a popping in, and people are going to be. I got to make a video about that. I'm putting stuff together. I got like 25, 30 videos I have to make, but I got to make them like short. You know, after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, people lose it. You know, they don't hold it. It doesn't hold the same. Actually, it's
Yeah.
like 5, 10 minutes. Uh,
Unfortunately, sometimes I'm the exact same way. I'm no different. If I don't see anything good within
I
5-10 minutes, maybe I'm out of
for
there. You
my
know.
interest. I look for my interest, and then I let it go. I do the exact same thing. It's for the people that really want to know, they really want to understand. You know, then the information you give them, they can put to use, and isn't that why we do it? You know, but
You got to grow somehow.
at the same time, a lot of them they're much quicker to go out a video that's 5 to 20 minutes instead of an hour and a half. You
Yeah.
know, um, I was seeing something. Your son um, being aggressively mad.
I don't have any children, Jay. Not
You
physical
don't have any.
children.
Yeah, I'm seeing a male boy, and he's pissed.
I don't know. Unless he's some other
He,
relative.
he's not in a body because I can see him really clearly. He's
Yeah.
mad at you. When someone's in a body, I see him differently, and I don't think about it. But at first, I see him clearly, and
Mm.
he's mad at you. He never made it.
You mean he never got manifested? Because I never had
Yeah,
kids. Is
yeah.
that what you're referring
He
to?
never made it into a body.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah. Long time ago, there was a couple of potentials,
Yeah,
and it never took off. My mom had put so much fear in me through her programming and her abuse that I just wasn't willing to take a chance with a woman.
yeah.
And I didn't have any money. I was really poor, so I didn't want to bring children into the world without
Yeah.
resource to take care of them.
This is supposed to happen, like you just said. It was a while ago, but I'm seeing it a good while ago. But he's still mad that he never got the chance to come in, and it's your fault.
Yeah, lots of
He's
things are my
he's
fault, I
got
guess.
an issue, and you didn't need him anyway. He's 27% lower frequencies, but aggressively mad. Uh,
I don't know how I would be able to help him unless he wants to change, but that's kind of hard to do. To let that negative energy go sometimes is really,
yeah,
really hard.
he's asleep and floating in an orb in another dimension. I just put him to sleep. You put him to sleep and you freeze him. And then when I'm myself again, I'll go over there. Get Lily a little bit squared away, so she'll understand. Nobody understands over there. Not her fault. But as soon as I get that squared away, then she'll be taking care of that, healing the others. So they'll understand. A lot of them and I've done this a lot of times. For the short time I was out of a body in between lives, I go into them. They want me to. They say, "Would you take out some of my lower frequencies?" And I go, "Sure."
Hmm.
I go in and take out the worst of what they have there, and then they go like from 37% to 27% and to 17%. And each time I take out the lowest frequencies they have, and they feel cleaner, the happier. So
That's
that's
good.
basically what I do. But now this time when I go in there, I'll be taking other frequencies from the first dimension, cleaning them up, make sure everything's fine, and then putting them in people. I can literally create heart frequency and put it inside of
Oh,
people.
wow.
So take away his worst negative, put some heart in there, and they're happy to say thank you. I
Mm.
talk about all this destruction. Come on, I've been getting my ass whooped, fighting, not getting whooped, but I mean having a fight. That's like getting whooped. It's as far as having a life, it's not. It's uh, attacked 24/7. Not me, just Deanna. I've killed so much stuff. There's almost nothing left over there to give us a hard time. It's just mostly people that don't understand, and I just kind of blow them away, just push them away. But sometimes 20 times a day, I've been killing stuff, attacking Deanna and I. But it's
I
time.
believe it.
It's time to build, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
To create.
In the physical, you got your crew set up already, and um, over there, I'm sure once you get over there, you'll be able to, like you said, just put that hammer down, and
Yeah,
then
and
maybe you
just
can turn that hammer into a smaller hammer and start nailing stuff.
yeah. Yeah, I can fix so much so quick. I just have to get home. And a lot of them, they didn't understand what I'd be doing, and they think I'm running around just killing everything I could find. And it's like, you know, would you go back and take a closer look where I was minding my own business and they came at me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then they start saying, that's what happens when you're in a body. It's supposed to be like that. And I'm like Curly and the Three Stooges.
Yeah, like you get hit up with those dark energies, just like you're just trying to sit there and eat a salad. Just eat a salad, dude.
Yeah.
A salad, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff starts hitting you, and I'm like, really? What am I doing wrong? I'm just having a salad, you know. It just sometimes it's just
How have I
crazy.
made it
It's
to be
crazy on top of crazy.
problem people? But see, I was changing the way things were going to happen, so everybody got upset and then taking on the original ones. And the original ones went up to some of the other big folk that were over there, Source, Aramelius and Lydia and stuff, and they said, help us. And they're like, said, no, we're going to let you fight him. He's going to kill you, and then we're God. I mean, it's disgusting. It's so disgusting. The second book I wrote, it should have been at least about 1,400 pages. I mean, I don't know what it was, 400, 600. I don't know what it was. But to really write what was in there. But it was all about me killing stuff and dealing with it and what's going on. So there's so much I and me in there. I mean, not every word, but a lot of it. I'm sick of that. I didn't come here to talk about me. I came here to tell other people about who they are and what's going on. And when I first started doing that, they say, how do you know? How do you know? How come, how can you do this? How come I can't? And I'm like, you think you're
Yeah,
better than me? I'm like, no, actually, I know none of us are any better than each other. And it starts with me. It's like, and you
so
can't,
yeah.
you know, it's a natural way for them to act. Creation has been so screwed up from the very beginning.
Right. Well, I don't remember that far back.
Oh man, I do. I go back to the point where there was energy floating around. There was only one dimension. And then I remember I can see how it all went. And then I know that when I'm myself, I actually know more. When we're at a body for life on the earth, we can see like 2 weeks ahead and 2 weeks back, like one day. It's like one day. It's we're so intelligent and everything else. It's just that we're all stuck in that way of abuse because 2.8 over 2,800 trillion years is a long time. to
Yeah.
be stuck in a rut, you know? It's,
Well, I mean, what can you do? I mean,
and
they had that, that super soldier phenomenon where they take a
yeah,
person and they fracture their mind several times
yeah,
over, and they program each and every facet of their mind, each and every split. And I'm wondering if maybe that's just a type of what happened to the original being, where he was the only one, so he had to split himself just to cope with that existence.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to cope. And even then, he still went
It
cuckoo.
had to, or she had to. It was male and female, and it just there was nothing there. It was like I can't be alone. I mean, loneliness is hard, and I understand. I've had people to talk to, but I've always been alone because I live in a different world. I see stuff. I see it. I talk with them. I communicate with them. Uh, I just saw another one of my old videos. I just found a bunch of them. The one where they broke my foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, twice they did it. I put it
It
on video, and I'm like,
was.
you look at the, and I showed my feet. I said, I'm not making this up. Look. And my friend
Yeah,
said, okay, you're
they'll
playing
do it.
kick the footboard of your bed. And I said, I don't have a footboard. And I didn't get up to go to the bathroom. I was in bed and I woke up, my foot's broken. That can happen, but like, yeah, I think you're stretching a little bit, but that's okay. I know I'm not mad, which my hurts like hell. I mean, that's painful. And they
Yeah.
were all cracked, all of them on the top were cracked. It happened the second time. I said, oh, well, so whatever.
Bloody war, man. Bloody
Yeah,
war.
it was. Yeah, you're
Bloody
going to
war.
you're going to change that, and it's time for you to forget about talking about now that you killed the original ones. It's time for you to stop this stuff because we're the new gods. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's all about domination and being a god. Have you come into your god power yet? Have you claimed all of your power, this and that? And it's like most of the time people aren't even living their lives. They're just, in
yeah,
slavery of one kind or another. Even some of the wealthier are really slaves to their money. They're slaves to their authority. They can't, they can go on vacation and stuff, and they have a lot more choices and better treatment and things like that,
yeah,
other advantages. But in the end, they're still slaves to all that system,
yeah.
and they
And
can't even break away.
I've met some very wealthy people that were really cool because they were involved in a spiritual thing. Waking up and stuff. Stone energy. Um, they used to like to give away money, to help people, but then the governments, the what's now taken over, I call
Yeah,
it, there's no election in 2020. They just literally the criminal element, the FBI criminal element. They just took everything over, started assassinating people. Um, Government. This one guy, Georgia, the governor or whatever he in Georgia. His daughter was dating this guy, and he told the Democratic Party, "Said screw you all. I'm not going to deal with this crap. I'm going to tell people I'm going to handle elections properly." And then all of a sudden, his daughter's boyfriend is driving this new car down the road, and then it just took over. The car was taken over, the new car. It was controlled through satellite, and it was sent off the road towards the other people, and then it got right up to a car, and then it exploded like what there was, a bomb in it. Two
mm,
cars don't collide, and one of them blows up like an atom bomb, leaving a mushroom cloud.
yeah.
And that
It's
was
crazy.
the FBI group, the CIA's in there, and
That's a rich man's game. All that is really a rich man's game from the
yeah, that's what it.
Illuminati or whatever perspective.
Yep. And now it's funny that now they're starting to go at each other.
Oh yeah, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Because
Only
I
one
see
person
that.
sit at the top of the pole.
They have to. I mean, they got no one else to turn on. Everybody else is just a submissive or doesn't know any better. They're not going to take out a target of, they want somebody who always wants to be top dog.
Yeah,
And
and have more and more and more and more money and everything. What do you do with it? More control of people, more what? Well, what do you do now? I don't know. I'm going to get more. I'm going to hurt everyone more to get more, so I have more.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
just retarded. It's just stupid. Everything.
it's sick. It really is, and that's okay. They're leaving. Something I'll give you a hint about something too. I've said a lot of stuff recently, but you're gonna see more spontaneous combustion in certain people.
Oh,
Light their asses up from the inside. Every time you've seen it on this planet, almost every time, it's been ETs, the bad ETs, problematic ones that have been doing DNA experiments, and they went wrong, and they had to make sure they destroyed that DNA. So they just killed the person burning them.
yeah. Some of them do have leftover body parts and things. I've
Oh,
seen
oh
pictures from the old days.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're not allowed anywhere near here. 2016, all that changed. We better hurry and crank you up because you got to work today too. You're at work or
Yeah. I'm gonna go in about 2:30.
okay, okay, cool. But let's get this done so I can um, use my energy
Okay.
on that quick. Um, I said, man, it's quiet around you. What's wrong? And then that's because the guy that was going to be your son is gone. Um, he was really mad.
Yeah, I did want children and a wife and all that, but like I said, it just didn't work out financially. I wasn't willing to make that connection or take that leap.
Yeah,
You know,
and for me, it was nothing but a nightmare. So
well,
okay,
at least you got some kids. That's
well,
something, man.
I have one kid, yeah, and then Deanna and I have a whole bunch, but that was done with Serene, the Serpollian ET, with her help and everyone else. What's coming is wild. People really have a good
Hmm.
time. Okay, now let's get going. As you feel something, just let me know. First thing, I just want to get you're really strong, Pineal. You're really strong, so you're would get I'm putting it's unicorn energy. It's very like cleaning, cleansing.
Kind of strange smell.
Is that the plane? What?
Oh, they're building something in the back or something.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Because at
there's
first
stuff going on over there.
plane, and then I heard construction. I'm like, okay, that's good. There
Yeah,
we
it's
go.
trucks, and
Uh,
I do feel something on the top of my head a little bit.
removing blockage. Oh, I forgot. Take your hands. Energy comes in and out of your palms and your fingertips, like when you make a sphere. Take your
Hmm.
and aim them towards the middle of your head, but stick your arms way out sideways. Oh, can you do it over there with your right arm? Does it hit the wall?
I can go this far.
Yeah, I need. Can you turn just a little bit, maybe? Or yeah, and just let your arms go more straight out. Yeah, go straight out, but kind of tilt them a little bit towards the middle of your head. Go down. Yeah, no, you got to put them more level, like a T.
Like
Yeah,
this?
like a T. Yeah, forearms down a little more level. Forearms more level.
Like this?
Uh,
Down
um,
like that?
uh,
Or up like this?
like on the side, um, like just like make a T, and then take your hands and point your hands. Yeah, but now take your arms and put them straight out like a T, like they're horizontal, totally horizontal. Your arms go horizontal.
Yeah, keep hitting the wall.
Yeah.
Let me
You
see
got
if I can move
a little
over
bit.
one sec. Oh.
But this is very important for you to feel this, okay? There we go.
Okay.
So go ahead and put your arms straight out. Okay, yeah, like that. Now just relax, see what you feel. Your right arm is already touching the energy. Your left arm is bring your left arm in just a little bit. Stop right there. What do you feel?
Hmm.
What do you feel in your fingers and your hands?
there's something there, but it's just kind of like very light.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't want to say it. I wanted you to say it first, but it's like a very soft pressure, right?
very little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Very soft. Okay. Just if you would put your arms down, big guy, just relax. I just
Okay.
want you to know about where your hands were and how much you felt. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to go into it. Now going into your core, putting my source energy inside your core. Okay. Now this is making an orb inside you, a sphere. It's like
Okay. I need to mute this.
okay. How do you feel?
Okay. I do feel a little something in me, like something's moving around. Uh,
That's
uh, yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was younger, I used to be more sensitive.
Hey,
I
that's
believe.
it's called life. You know, it's a four-letter word for a reason. Uh,
Yeah.
okay. Now, this is your hypothalamus. Lower crown, middle crown, upper crown. Okay, how's your head feel?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just trying to be as mellow as possible.
Cool.
I'm good.
Um, okay, now one last thing here. Okay, now take your arms, reach them out like you did before, and feel your energy. Keep it right there, right there. Your left arm in just a little bit, right there. That's a little bit inside. But how do your hands feel?
Feels like there is a weight there,
Yeah, there's
some
something.
resistance,
Okay,
like
but
like a
wait.
balloon.
Yeah, but wait. There's more.
Uh,
Okay. This is you're going to feel this too, especially because you're strong pineal. Now you know the pineal has two focal points. It's got the one that is like a screen that's on the inside of your forehead, and it's also got the larynx. All that's pineal. Um, I'm going to go into the pineal gland and then go into the pineal field, which is a two-part. It's one big field, but it's got two focal points. Okay, here's the pineal itself.
I would feel that one.
Yeah, that right your forehead, the upper field. Here's the lower. Okay, now I'm going to do something different real quick. This affect all your.
Is that like in my like stomach area?
That's through your whole body. I changed some of your frequencies that was in there. The ones that were bothering you the most, or I just literally took them away from you. Um,
That'd be nice to have a real break.
oh yeah. It's gonna help you be more relaxed inside yourself. I'm looking at you right now. I'm seeing that you're 17%. You had some other things hanging around in there, and they're gone. Um, okay. Uh, now got the pineal. I'm going to go through this stuff real quick.
Okay.
Okay, there's a pineal, pituitary. Scanner. How's your head feel?
I'm cool. I'm
Good,
here.
good. Now here's blending the scanner and the pineal. Okay. Now this is the this is the first part of the DNA. Here is that's the middle of your brain. Here's moving it through your brain, and this is through the whole body. Okay. That the DNA when I look at it, it's really really deep blue with silver. Your body really likes silver. I mean, your spirit. You know who you are. You really like silver. Okay. Now one last time, let's feel your energy. Okay. Go ahead and put your arms out and just feel your energy. Feel that barrier. Just your okay. It doesn't make much of a difference when you move your arms in and out. Just leave your arms where they are right now, extended, and just see how they feel. How does the energy feel there?
Not picking up too much.
Okay. Now do this. Look at me here, please. Now take your hands and turn them outwards and stick your arms out, but feeling outwards. Go like this. Put your arms at your side, but instead of tilting your hands towards your head, tilt them away from you.
Like this.
Yeah, no, turn the hands like this, outward,
Okay.
as if your hand, as if your, yeah,
Like this.
exactly,
Like
like
this. You
that.
mean? Okay.
Okay, do that. Now just relax. Extend your energy out until you hit something. You can't, your arms on the, just extend your hands out until you feel something. What do you feel? You're there. Your right hand's right in there, and your left hand, the energy coming out of the left hand is softly touching it.
I'm probably not that sensitive anymore, Jay, frankly. It's been
But it's also hard to concentrate with a new house being built in the backyard or whatever the heck. I mean, this, you need to be metaphysical, not physical,
it's the Matrix, man, the Matrix, I'm telling
when we're doing
you.
this. You'll do it later. You'll feel it because your energy's way
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Yeah,
Away,
have to
get away
practice.
from your hands right now. When you do that, the beginning of your immediate wall is 8 foot away from your hands.
Okay.
So that's 16 foot plus, whatever, 3 foot or 4 foot from your arms where your hands are far apart. So that's, 22 to 24 feet uh, um, in diameter is how big is the inside of the field. The shell, the shell part of this of your immediate energy field that's out there. It just, you'll get used to it. You'll feel it. And honestly, the cleaning thing I did, you're going to start feeling it. You'll feel it being a whole lot better.
Yeah, I felt several energies going through me and doing different things, and I just didn't say anything, but I was trying to focus on feeling it
Yeah,
more. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I've like when I do what they would call qigong or
yeah,
my equivalent, my
yeah.
equivalent.
That's yeah,
Uh,
qigong. That's what it is. It's feeling your own energy.
so I do that, and when I'm up to it, and I can usually feel more and more like, but it's mostly just on my body, the accumulation of chi
Yeah,
or ki.
it it's your energy getting stronger, and
Yeah.
you're gonna find that getting more and more stronger and cleaner. One other thing I want to do. You had something big hanging on you. He,
Was it mom? Was it my mom?
he was. It was male.
No.
Uh,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Maybe it was my mom.
It was no. It was male and female. It was one of the. There was some. The original ones made some like special protectors for themselves, and they were. It's like angel energy, but stronger. And you had one of those hanging on you. It kept making this image to me like it was a dragon. You're not going to kill me. I'm a dragon. And I'm like, no, you're not. They look nasty. The way I see them in my head, they look nasty. It's like a manila covered um, person and bat, you know, made together. It's a person, but bat wings, and you know,
Oh,
it's nasty. It's nasty looking. Um, anyway, it's dead. It kept messing with you when I was working on you.
yeah, I've had a lot of interference of various kinds, but
Well, you go traveling a lot. You like to travel a lot through dimensions and look at stuff and everything. And some of the spirit says, "Hey, you're in a body. Screw you." You know who the hell?
I do like to survey like things on the internet and stuff, but
Yeah.
uh, I don't physically travel. I don't really have the means to be
No, no.
traveling.
I'm talking
But
about astral.
oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
about physical. I'm talking about metaphysical. You do it all the time. You're always out there. At night, you hang around your body a little more, and you look out. You look around to see what's there. And then when there's not much of a problem, you'll take off and go out. You like ships. You like other planets. You really like to go to other planets and look around. You got a few of them, 3 or 4 of them you really like, and you just go there. When your head feels a little stiff on and off, don't worry about it. It's just you being worked on. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I figured something like this would be a much longer process than a few minutes.
Oh man, I can do one of these easily in a minute. But the thing is, if you don't take the time and do it slower, no one has a chance to feel it. You had dirty stuff in you, which makes it harder for you to feel it. I cleaned it out, all that's gone. It killed what was bothering you. But then again, you have construction work going on. That you can't relax when you're trying to feel something. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's impossible. But because you do take time and work with your own energy, your chi, like the qigong.
Mhm.
That's you. That's your energy. You're making your own energy balls and stuff. Wow, I got a hell of a headache. That last little loud noise I made just. I'm just slowly shutting down, man. I wake up at night for about 3 4 hours, and I don't know how to explain it. I got all kinds of stuff, disease and stuff going on inside the body. I mean, it's so messed up. I'm not like leprosy or something. I'm just talking about, some bad shit. Everything, there's a disease for everything these days. My lung disease,
Yeah.
heart disease, and encephalitis. Um, it's just,
But all that is just energy. It's just energy. It's a physical manifestation, but you know that behind that, it's energy. It's a
yeah,
forged light matrix.
myself outside of the body, I see it. It's literally helping me work on killing this body.
Oh wow.
That's the only way to get out.
So you're saying all this is the result of like a self destruction?
All physical stuff that was done,
Hmm.
that's been done to the body. I mean, metaphysically, your attitude and everything, it can affect physical problems that you have, but physical problems are not usually not created by energy. They're created by physical problems. I understand the philosophy out there, all is energy, and no,
Right.
that's incorrect. However,
Ah.
the bodies are physical, but we're energy. It's like some people think that we're the bodies, and it said no.
No.
I said, how does your body function? Well, the brain keeps you going. I said, okay, what keeps the brain moving, alive? Oh, the heart does. I said, okay, what keeps the heart going? And they get lost. And I said, it's you. You're who you really are, a spirit inside the body. You're the battery.
Yeah.
And the more people worry, which is energy, right? It's
Mhm.
negative energy. The more it tears apart your physical, body. So they're related, but it's not. So you can get a hold of a disease from something, and that attacks your body, and that's not something you caused for yourself. It's just something that you caught, the physical body caught, um, like some physical trauma too. But see, the thing is, there's so much is energy, and um, that's why it's so important for people to understand. The more people are negative about stuff, the more they worry. Watch them. Watch their immune system shut down. Greg Braden spent a lot of time talking about that. He's Andromedian. He's just at the point where he's realizing that he's a strong Andromedian hybrid. He was born here on Earth, but his DNA is very strong Andromedian.
I don't know what an andromedian is. Is that like a
Uh,
alien species?
Andromeda Galaxy.
Okay.
It's a species.
Another body.
Yeah, human, Earth and human. I
Yeah.
I saw this famous baseball player, one of the Braves, and I saw his wife, and I looked at her. I'm like, holy mackerel! She has a ton of uh, uh, amphibian and aquatic. life form DNA inside her. There's like 38 people on the planet right now that were born here that don't have uh, reptilian DNA in them. Everyone else has them, and it's what, over 7 billion? Have we have
Yeah.
we have we killed off enough to where we're in the high sixes? I don't know.
But all that, I keep getting reports, or I've gotten reports in the past, that all those underground bases are closed, and but
Yeah,
the politics doesn't really reflect any changes yet.
yeah.
The physical politics.
2016 is when all the ET stuff going on down there. It's when the war happened. It's when the Drak came here in a huge ship. The Drak and the Nantids, like to ear. He's
Oh yeah, I
that
remember you talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, to ear is awesome. There's a satellite, not a planet, or it might be called some planets never had uh, sentient energy put in it for a life, planetary essence, but it's is it Ceres, Ceres, something like that?
Sirius?
Sceres, I think. Ceres.
Ceres. Is it
Ceres, yeah,
Ceres?
something like that. The Drak put a huge generator on that, small body of, I mean, it's not a moon, but it's a lot bigger than a moon. But they put a generator on there, and then put three other satellites around. And there was a fourth thing it would read the energy and make changes to the big unit. And literally, from before Mars, around the Earth and everything else, there was a barrier, and a physical barrier you could not fly through.
Oh wow.
If you look at there's a video out there. It's old, and it's UFO makes or meteor makes a 180-degree turn in Hungary.
Um, yeah, the people were talking about that there was a barrier that was put there because we were in, when everybody's sick, they put a barrier there. What's that called?
Oh,
Uh,
quarantine.
Quarantine. Everybody was saying we were in quarantine, both spiritually, we were being recycled, and physically, you couldn't go past a certain
No,
area without
no,
permission.
that, no, no. Spirit, everyone's always gone anywhere they wanted to. When you get out of your body, those of us that are lighter, in energy, higher frequencies, we go literally leave our body, come out, we hang around about the earth. I mean, in the second dimension,
Hmm.
around the earth. And then those of us that are more negative, they will go to a place that's off of, it's the first moon off of Uranus. I forgot it again. Um,
Uh,
uh,
I'm
Miranda,
not big on.
Miranda. It's called Miranda. Miranda. Miranda is the first moon off of Uranus, and that's where the other side of negative people are, the community. And it's got its own basic energy barrier that everybody there puts up. But it was actually the one they call Lucifer, part of it, that would keep everyone separate. So if someone's really light, and if they were to go where the other people that are more negative hang out, that'll disturb the people that are more negative. So they're not allowed there. And if something's more negative and wants to go where the lighter people are, that's not allowed either, because you'll be bothering them. And then there's all the area in the middle where other people go together. So it's
Wow. It's the old west.
yeah, it
Get out
is.
of my town.
Yeah, and everything was lies and everything. I mean, it's just so disgusting. It's like, and people think, oh, when I'm going to heaven, and la. It's like, yeah, good luck with that. Uh,
If it works for you, it's not too bad, but
and
does it really work for you?
it's all gonna change. Creation's format is gonna go from one of abuse where people have bad lives and everything else, to one of compassion. And then those that want to heal and everything else, fine. Those that don't want to and they want to stay the way they are, I'm putting them in another dimension, and I'm like, have fun. You can't
I wonder
attack
if
it.
that's happened before, though.
Do what now?
I wonder if that's happened before where
No,
a being such as yourself did that, but in another dimension, and then
no,
moved those
no.
guys over.
The
No?
original, the halves, the original first being halves always ran everything, totalitarian like. Sylvia
No.
Brown, I mean, I listened to her a lot. She had a lot of stuff right, um, but really often a lot of other stuff. She had, but one thing I really relate to is like on the other side, when we're out of our bodies on the other side and we're floating around, there's two energy fields you don't produce. She says two colors, but it's two energy fields, two energy frequencies you don't release. Number one is red, and she said that's because that's getting ready for anger. And then also, they don't want to see any black. You're not allowed to create black because that is anger. No, red is love. And they don't want love. They want abuse. They want everyone getting stronger so they can retire and have everyone go praise Mother, Father, God. And then the other one is anger. Well, when you go to fight somebody, like you build up your energy to fight the totalitarian government, then that creates the black energy. So they didn't want to see that either.
Oh, so
So
I
she was
see.
wrong at the same time, but she didn't know any better. She was just making up her own mind. Aina, her spirit guide that she always called Francine, she told her that the original first being male and female don't allow those frequencies to go flying around. And then, you know, she just made up the rest of it. But
Well, I mean, people getting programmed all kinds of ways, and
oh
all
yeah, and
physically and
all
metaphysically.
we can do is take what we can learn for ourselves, create our own truth, and try to live it. If we
Yeah,
can't see, if we don't have good information and we can't see it, we can't access it, all we can do is the best we can. That's all we can do anyway.
right. Yeah, I used to cry about it a lot, thinking that uh, the scriptures weren't enough and all this, and even with some revelation into scripture, for example, it was just like that's God's truth. That's not necessarily my truth,
Yeah.
but I'm not in disagreement with God. It's just where am I in the picture somewhere?
Yeah,
You know,
religions, I was so involved with them when I was a kid, and because I had to. I was told I was going to do it, so I did.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
Dad was pretty big, and he had a pretty big fist. Um, but I just started I realized that a lot of churches had a lot of loving people in there, but a few wackos too. But there's a lot of people who had a lot of hearts that would be there. And then I started realizing everything they're saying, and I said, this is, as the Hispanic language says, caca.
hmm
No, this is just not. This is just all wrong. And when I was a little kid, my parents, yeah, I barely went to Sunday school or something. They handed me a little small Bible, a mini Bible, and I looked at it, and I saw Genesis, and I said, "Ooh, I don't like that." I was a kid. I don't know.
yeah. But you had that kind of an awareness back then. I
Yes,
never had that. Where most people have never had any of that. We had like a gut feeling at the most that something wasn't right at the most. Maybe something was illogical in scripture if you allowed yourself to see it,
yeah,
maybe, but that's about it. And
yeah.
it's amazing that you have that knowledge from way back in the day. Because
I I'm not normal. I'm not normal. You know who else is like that too is Deanna. Deanna did not like that stuff, and I never have either. I mean, I've tried, and it's just like then it's just bullshit. And then when I started waking up, and I realized there was some other God, and I'm like, okay, well maybe something can happen here. I was just starting to wake up. I met her and I looked in her eyes and I saw she was 27.5% lower frequencies, and she was nasty. And I, with a nasty attitude, and I looked at her and I said, okay, I don't like that. And I also somehow know we don't get along too good. And
Mhm.
then I met the male half of the first B, saw him, and he looked at me really dominant and everything. And I'm like, frack you. So from there, it went downhill.
Yeah, some relationships don't quite
And
work out.
yeah, and they were attacking me. And I'm like, stop. And it's 24/7. 24, and I didn't know I was strong. I didn't know who the hell I was. I started waking up, getting stronger and stronger, and I said, damn. That's star Essenite. First it was Essenite and then star Essenite. I was told, put it underneath your bed. And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, and how much? And I'm like, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I said, okay, so I guess 50's better. So I put it under the
Yeah,
bed. I just started getting stronger and stronger. I was using my abilities. I just started waking up, getting stronger and stronger. And it got to me, it got to a point one time with a male and I, the original first being male, he thought he was real smart. He's getting real cocky with me and bugging the hell out of me. And I kind of pushed him away from me. And I said, yeah, I got something here. I'm strong. I can move him around a little bit. And then he started some serious crap. He was going to hurt the animals I'm with. And I had a um, uh, semi-automatic 45 pistol. So I said, motherfucker, I said, I'm going to come home. We're going to deal with stuff. And I put it up to my head. I was here in the bedroom. There's no one here. I put it up to my head. It was loaded. And he like freaked out. And I'm like, oh, okay, you are afraid of me.
yeah, yeah.
I and
Little things like that.
yeah, I was fucking with him, you know. I wasn't about to blow my brains in, but he thought it was. I created that energy inside, so that's what he saw. He saw it physically too, but and then he backed off. And I said, "Yeah, I think things between me and you two is going to change." And
Yeah,
then I started fighting back, and then they hit harder and breaking bones on me and stuff, and he went in my head and messed up my head so I couldn't see. Physically messed up my brain right in here. I woke up
yeah,
that one morning and I was like, who am I? Where am I? What's going on? And I had a bunch of friends on the other side saying, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to know in just a minute. It's okay. It's okay. You were damaged. Just, it's okay. It's all right. Everything's going to be fine. Just relax. I walked by the mirror. I walked down the hall in the room. I knew it was okay. I knew this was my safe place to be. I didn't realize it was my house, but I knew it was my
mhm,
safe place to be. And I walked by the mirror, and I walked by the bathroom going down the hall, and I saw my reflection. I said, "Okay, I guess that's me." And I mean,
yeah.
that
They
was
must
it.
have really blown you away.
Oh yeah, it was severed
Really blown.
my metaphysical and physical connection in my brain. And then I had to go when I went to look at things. I had to go around that. It's still fucked up. I mean,
You can't just bring yourself back together, kind of
I
like
nobody
reform.
can fix this. They tried to fix it. They couldn't. I can't fix it. That part of my brain's dead. It's going to stay that way. And the rest of it, my brain and everything, it's like it's all diseased inside. It's all nasty. This body's almost gone. But what happened the previous day that happened, uh, I was relaxing and then I saw the female was over here. Female half was talking with the male half over here. Male half didn't say anything. The female was blah 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 blah, blah. And I was right there and they couldn't see me. So then I said, gee, she said, we need to do this and this and that. And he just kind of was thinking about it. And I said, gee, do you really think that'll work? And then the two of them look at me and she goes, holy shit. He's waking up, he's getting strong. And the male in his head, I made a note of this when it happened. And the next morning I had my proof, unfortunately. But he made a note. I made a note where he said, in his head, he didn't say to me, he didn't say anything to her. in his head is like, yeah, we'll see about that. I'll fix him tonight. And sure
Mhm.
enough, I woke up in the morning and
Yeah.
they're disgusting, nasty things. They kept lying, and I kept saying, well, maybe they meant it. Maybe I don't understand that. But, that went on, and I just said, nah, this is just blatant BS. This is lying.
Yeah, after a while, you see past the games. It's like they tell you if you're a good girl and boy, Santa Claus will come and leave presents under the tree, but in
Yeah,
reality, it's them. It's that kind of deception overall.
yeah.
But they
And,
have good
oh,
intentions sometimes, but they're too twisted to see that that's off. That's still
yeah.
off.
It's all this stuff is going to change when the real nasty stuff is taken away, when the field is full of compassion, equality, honor for everyone, and then open up so that people can travel through the field better using their abilities. The new people being born, there's going to be less of them, but also when they're born, it's going to be good people with no
Mm.
with no lower frequencies. I mean, everything changes. The
Mm.
ETs, they're coming. I talk to them all the time. Yesterday, last time I talked with my buddy, and the day before that, day and night, whatever. Not in constant. We're in constant communication, but we're not constantly talking. Anyway, the second I'm gone, he's going to come over here to the house. I saw that happening a while back, and I saw him. I wasn't talking with him. I saw how it's going to happen. I can see 2 months ahead, 2 months behind for anything basic except for when I'm leaving because that's just in the air. So anyway, I was just relaxing and I was seeing him standing right on the small parquet area I made in the house here inside the front door. And then I looked at him and I said, "That's my buddy, but he doesn't look the same." And it just confused me for a minute. And then I realized, crap, Jay, you haven't seen him since 2014. You think he might have gotten a little older?
Yeah, people do look different after a while. Yeah, like my
Yeah,
sister, I hadn't
he
seen
looked
her in years.
yeah. So anyway, and then she's taken off. So
Yeah.
she'll never fly on a plane again. She'll be taking, popping in and out. She's got so much stuff waiting on her, and they're waiting for me to go so I can be on the other side and make sure everything's okay. But they're gonna offer new technology and everything else. There's this new country being made in the oceans, and part of the Bahamas is no longer the Bahamas, but nobody knows about it. It's
Mhm.
gone northeast Bahamas. You'll see where two big islands now. They've already been bought. It's all kept quiet. There's nothing going on uh, as far as anyone knows. Anyway, they're going to start offering all kinds of technology to people, to individual people, and everything else. But they have to conform to their standards of non-aggression, compassion. They can't be doing bad things.
Right.
And then more people want it. So more people say, okay, I'll go along with that. Let me have the technology where I can build a highway, excuse me, very cheaply with material that's 10 times as strong and weighs 25% of the weight. And I can put it up right away. Let me do that. People, all everything in business, replicators. There's two places in Ethiopia and Somalia where they meet. One down low on the bottom end, and one northeast towards the top. There's hundreds of acres out there they're already set aside, and they've already started growing some of this plant. And the plant has all these proteins, and they use it in the synthesizer.
Hmm.
And they'll have it free over there. Ethiopia and Somalia, it's all free to them.
And
So,
that's a good relief. That's a good start for relieving
oh yeah, I mean,
the
it's incredible. There's
perpetual bombardment on this planet.
4 places in Australia. I mean, and I'm going to tear apart China. You'll see what happens. But get all that stuff done, and then you know what you have: nice people that have compassion, or at least they're not aggressive, and
Right.
things start changing. People will have free like room and board, utilities, food, the basics. If they can't, supply it for themselves, they'll have it. Everything's going to change. This stuff with the wars, that's stopping. These cartels, they're all being taken out.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing after another. I can't even go into the stuff I've heard over the years.
Oh,
I mean, it's
and
just retarded. The
it's
whole thing's crazy.
for yourself because you're inquisitive. When you're asleep, John, you come out and you travel. You're down at the Mexican border. You go to Brazil. You go to Germany. You go all over the place. You're curious. You want to see what's going on.
Mhm.
Your pineal's real strong. That's gonna start coming to be more and more evident. Just give it a little bit of time.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you
I
do
know
it
that
any.
it's going to take time to get the goose nice and sauced up there.
Yeah. It's you'll see and you'll understand. You really will. It takes time. But you see so much all the time anyway. You know,
I
you
just
you're
I wish I could remember all that stuff. I was told that if you can't remember your dreams or you don't have dreams, then there's something wrong. You're not recalling because those are also astral experiences of a sort.
yeah, but sometimes you're not supposed to.
Mm.
Sometimes it's not good for your physical mind. Sometimes you have dreams that release feelings and worries and stuff like that. That it's like an outlet, a valve, a check valve. Pressure builds up and you release them. But you
Mm.
also get message from people. You also astral project.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot going on. It'll all start becoming more obvious. I just got to get out of here and clean house. And I'm late.
Yeah,
I'm late, man. I'm years late.
yeah. Based on the entire sequence of your, because I watch your videos and I try to keep an eye on you.
Yeah,
And from what I've heard, you're way behind in schedule.
so
It's good
far.
that you're here, giving us what you can give us at this time. But ultimately, the big job is ahead,
Yeah,
and that is building, like you said. I mean, that's going to be a chore upon chores.
yeah. But when I'm myself, it's going to be nothing. Yeah, you love to travel. When you're not in the body, you love to travel, man. You're cruising. You like to explore. You like to explore. You want to see what's going on in this part of the universe, that part of the universe, this other universes. You like to go out there. You like to go out kind of far as you can towards like the end of where energy is, but it just keeps going. And you get far enough, you're literally pulled back in. But I'm telling you because I've done that to you myself when you were out of body and I was, and I've actually like gone like this and then just softly, pulled you back, and you were like, "That was good," because you're starting to feel lost. It goes on and on and on. Um, but you love to travel. You love to see things. You love to learn. You floated over. It's like a I don't know what you call it, like an open market kind of thing. It was in Saudi Arabia, that kind of area. I'm not exactly. It's in the desert, in the Middle East. Um,
Mhm.
and then they were cooking something and making something. You were just floating right there, watching them. So
Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of things caught my eye when I do that. It's just that I always come back to the same reality here.
yeah, the same pain in the
It's
butt.
you wonder if it's just another form of escapism, just like watching a TV
Well,
show.
it is because that helps you maintain your sanity. We need
That's
that.
true. That's true. A good
Okay, John,
distraction.
run, man. I'm starting to shut down in my throat.
Okay.
But
Okay.
thanks for all you've done to help me and everyone else. But also, Thanks for, I'm glad we got this done, and it was important. You didn't pay for it. If we didn't need money, man, I know what to charge. The first 800 times, at first I wouldn't let anyone buy me a cup of coffee, and then I'd offer to buy them one, and they get mad, and I said, okay, I'm not doing this right.
Yeah, I never like to charge either for anything because it's so hard to get money sometimes for people.
Yeah.
And the value of a dollar is just gone into the
Oh,
toilet.
it's
So
going through the roof now. Now that there is no United States of America government anymore, it I've been watching it, and things we buy, everything's going right up. My insulin for my diabetes, I got diabetes a while ago. It used to be $28 a month. Now it's 80. Trump got it down to $28. People say Trump this, Trump that. Oh, they're listening to the damn media. They're listening to the bullshit. If you see things for yourself, you understand. He's Source, one of my kids. The
yeah, you told me.
family is riddled with ETs. The daughter, the Trump and his wife, their daughter, the guy that she's marrying or married, um, uh, he's a hybrid. He's a very, very rich man, and he's a hybrid.
Mm.
Um, uh, the Mrs. Trump, I forgot her, Ivana, whatever. I mean, the daughter, she's hybrid. The mom, she's hybrid. Um, and Source. I mean, things are going to break out crazy.
Well, as long as people react properly, we'll be okay. You know.
Yeah, everything will be fine. I just got to get home, and you just got to take out the trash. When you fill up the trash can, you get rid of it. You don't want it hanging around because it stinks everything up. And that's all anyone's ever known. Everything is going to do a 180. And that's just like, there's no way to fathom that with a physical brain. I mean, it's just, I see it because I know it's going to happen. I'm going to do it. But it's like, no, it's impossible. It's never been like that. And they said, well, you're right. It's never been like that, but it's not impossible. It's like energy can't be created or destroyed. Well, energy's out there and it creates by coming together. Can it be destroyed? Oh, yeah, definitely. You just have to be the freak. Hey, John, I love you, man. Take
Alrighty.
care, have fun, keep doing what you're doing, and I promise things will get better for you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Jay. I appreciate that. Really do. And what you did. Take care of yourself. Okay.
Yeah, you too, big guy. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.